Day 4 of losses for Dalal Street. We saw intense profit booking, weak global cues that didn't show the markets ended at the day's low despite trading much higher in the day. In fact, if you look at the intraday chart, you can see for yourself the kind of wild swings that we saw in our markets today. The Nifty barely managed to hold on to 9100. That's despite trading at 9200 at the start. As you can see, that's a big U on your screen. That's the kind of sell-off we saw in the last 60 minutes in particular. Sensex that clawed back all of the gains to end almost 100 points in the red. It went home around 29,320. All the sectoral indices, barring the private banks, did end the day in the red. Real estate and metals, they took the maximum beating in trade today. Ajay, what would you attribute to the late sell-off that we saw? Actually started around 1 p.m. This kind of sell-off that we saw, it did coincide with the opening of Europe. So would you say it was the weak global cues?
Well, you're right in saying that the second half of the trading session was weak, Nayantara, but the last hour of trade in particular, as if the rug was just pulled off below the feet of the traders, because they couldn't fathom what was triggering the fall. When the real truth was, again commentary coming from North Korea, the sudden announcement of snap polls by Theresa May, all these factors coming together, there seemed that there was elevated geopolitical worries and global cues turned negative, and that was the reason the steepness of the fall was of course higher in the last hour of trade. But don't forget the point that market is pregnant with the optimism right now, but the underbelly of the market is fragile. The quality of stocks which are rallying almost on a daily basis, accelerated moves 20-25% without any clear fundamental reason. It clearly indicates that the speculation in the market right now is much more elevated basis compared to actual investment which is going on, and that is why there was a big fall coming in. The FII number also of close to 1,000 crore sell number is the biggest we've seen in recent times. However, DIs also went on absorbing most of that, close to 900 crores. But the F&O data does suggest some shorts were built up in last hour of trade. We were not prepared for that kind of a sudden fall. And by the looks of the way global cues are shaping up, even of course the quality of earnings, Yes Bank, indices, private banks, large private banks will be on radar. But by the looks of it, the internals have gotten shaken.